Hi everyone. Hope you're well. I'm not feeling my best today, but I just thought I'd come on anyway and talk about how to use failure to reach your goals. This is something that I see so many people struggle with because we live in an age where with social media where everyone is showcasing their highlight reels. And so you go on Instagram and everyone is selling out their coaching programs and they're having six figures launches and they're making all this money and they're going on these holidays. And the behind the scenes is so different. The behind the scenes is, especially when you're starting your business or you already have a business, but you are going to your next level in business. The reality beyond all those 66 figures launches is that there have been big failures behind the scenes to get to that point where you get something that works, a fund that works, a product that works, a business that works. There are a lot of failures behind the scenes, a lot of testing, things that didn't work. And if you don't know this, you can get so frustrated and quit. I've been in business for almost 2 decades now, and I can tell you that failure is a part of the process. And so, if you see failure as a reason to quit instead of feedback, then you are not going to last long in business. And I know that some failures they hit really hard, right? As I said, I was in business. I've been in business for like almost 2 decades, and starting this current coaching business was the hardest things that I ever had to do. When I first started, I don't even remember how many no's in a row I got. I didn't have problems booking discovery calls, but then on the call, so many people in a row say no to working with me that I was just on the verge of giving up so many times. I remember so many times talking to my partner, talking to my friends about, am I really meant to do this? This is so hard. Another person that just said, no, what am I doing wrong? Maybe I'm not meant to do this. And this is what happens when we take failure personally. And I see the same thing happening with my clients as well. When they come to me and say, Georgia, things are not working. I have been trying to get clients or reach my next income goals for so many months, sometimes even years, and this is still not working. And that's sometimes a type of failure. This failure as proof that they don't have what it takes and they should give up. And that's not what failure is. Failure is just feedback, or better, your results are your feedback. So if you're working hard and you still don't know what you want, it's time to actually look at the results you're getting, looking at what you are doing to get the results, and use what you think, what you call failure, as feedback, as data to analyze what's not working so you can tweak things around and you can succeed. And when you do this, when you use failure, what you call failure, as feedback, and you start analyzing what didn't work and you start shifting your approach, that's when you go from clickers to clients. And so the first step is to have an objective relationship with results. So what does it mean? Again, when you want a certain goal, when you want a certain result, and you're working so hard and you are not getting the result, and you start taking it personally, right? You start thinking, maybe it's me. Maybe I don't know what it takes. Maybe I'm not extroverted enough. I am not pretty enough. I don't have enough money or whatever it is. That's when you make that result the failure personal. And that's not objective. Objective is, I didn't know reach my goal. Let's figure out why. So you don't look at the lack of results as there's something wrong with me, there's something I'm doing wrong, But you look at it as simply feedback, as simply data that helps you to improve. And so all the differences between successful entrepreneurs, people that smash their goals one after the other, and people that struggle so hard for months, if not years, to actually reach their goals, is successful people, they make declarations. They make declarations. What do I mean by that? They talk about their goals. They have some very clear goals in mind. I remember at the beginning of my business, I had this goal that I wanted 3 clients in 1 month. And 1 month went by, 2 months went by, and 3 months went by, and the still was not anywhere close to reaching that goal. And it was so frustrated. Have you ever experienced that? And my coach kept telling me, Georgia, you need to declare. Like I got to the point after a few months of me not hitting that goal, I started to be very defensive and not wanting to declare any goal. I was just like, I was going out, booking my course, having my course, but I don't want to have anything to do with numbers. I don't want to have anything to do with goals because I felt like crap. Like every month I set a goal and every month I don't reach it. And so I started losing trust in myself. Do you relate with that? Do you lose trust in yourself as well when you say you're going to do something, it doesn't happen? And so what happens most of the time is that we stop declaring goals. We stop saying out loud what we want because what if we don't reach it? If you don't declare anything, if you don't say this month I'm going to get 1 client, 10 clients, 100 clients, whatever stage of business you're in, and you don't get there, then it doesn't feel as bad because you didn't give your word. But to declare something, to work so hard for something, and you don't get there, that can cause you to lose trust in yourself, and it stops you from making declarations and setting goals in the future. But guess what? If you don't declare anything, if you don't have goals, then you have no skin in the game, and that is self-sabotage. Successful entrepreneurs, they declare goals. I can assure you, all those successful people that you admire, they have very clear goals. They know exactly how much money they want to make this month. They know exactly how many clients they want to make this month. They know exactly what to do to get there. Now, does that mean that because they have these goals, they always reach these goals? No. I don't always reach my goals, and I have worked with 7 figure coaches that don't always reach their goals either, but they still declare. Why? And because when you declare a goal and you don't reach that goal, you can start looking at the lack of result as feedback and say, okay, this month I want to get 5 clients and I got 2. What was in the gap? Let's look at what I did and let's look at what worked. And so, because very often the thing that gets a result, almost always the thing that gets a result is not what you've been doing, but it's the thing that you have not been doing. So, and what do I mean by that? So, by that I mean that let's say that again, you want to have 5 clients this month, and you decided that you are gonna post every day on social media. And the month go by and you got 1 client, but you are 4 short. And so you look at the strategy and you're like, okay, this didn't work. And so you can take that as failure, that you're doing something wrong or that you are wrong. Or you can just say, wait a minute, did I actually do everything that I possibly could to get clients? Because post social media, it's easy. You are doing that behind the screen. Anyone can create a post and publish it online and wait for clients to come. But that's not what is going to get you clients. Most of the time, clients come from doing live videos. Clients come from you actually picking up the phone and calling your leads. Clients come from doing speaking gigs and webinars and workshops So when you look at your lack of results, if you haven't hit your goals, what is the one uncountable thing that you haven't done? Because that's what's in the gap. The strategy that you're currently using is giving you the results the strategy can give you. And if that is not enough, if that is not enough for you to reach your goals, then there is something else that you are avoiding. And so, what is that? So, I'll give you another example of a client. I worked with this amazing woman. She has a similar story as me because she too was struggling to get clients. She used to have a business in the music industry that was doing so well. And then at some point, she decided to pivot and coach entrepreneur to become a business strategist because she had built a successful business, right? And so she thought that when the one she converted and pivoted, she wouldn't struggle to get clients. And she didn't struggle to get discovery calls, but she wasn't able to sell on those calls. And so when this happens, again, the difference between successful entrepreneurs and struggling ones is that successful entrepreneurs go, what didn't work? See, struggling entrepreneurs, they say, what did I do wrong? Again, they make that failure personal. But successful entrepreneurs go, what didn't work? And they look at results, they look at the process, they look at the strategy, they look at how they showed up. And so when my clients and I started looking at what didn't work and the way that she was showing up on discovery calls, we realized that what she was having were not discovery calls. She was having strategy sessions. So the person, the potential client, would come on the call with her, and my client would just start going to their business, analyzing their business, and giving them the strategy. And by the end of the call, the person would have a strategy to actually reach their goals. So they never had to hire my client. And my client would end every call with, great, amazing. If you want to work together, great. Otherwise, see you. So she was not selling. She was not selling on a discovery call. She was actually solving the problem that the person had on the spot, and not even fully, because you can have the strategy, but all of you have this strategy already. You already have the strategies, already have the tools, and and be in a coaching process is so much different because you also have the accountability, and you have someone that is more experienced than you that actually helps you go through what you're doing every week and what's working and what is not working. And so, because my client, again, she was flabbergasted. She was going through all these discovery calls and she was like, why am I not selling? What am I doing wrong? And it took someone else, me, from the outside to come in and say, okay, let's replay. Tell me what you are doing. Tell me what you're saying to these people, to actually analyze the problem, to actually identify the problem was that she was not selling. And the worst thing is that even after provide this massive amount of value to that person, and pretty much solving that person problem on the spot, in that call, in that moment, afterwards, she would not even sell. She wouldn't even say, hey, so and so, I'm so great that we managed to solve this problem. And if you want accountability, if you want to go to the next level, if you want this other thing that I have that can help you grow even faster, here's how you can work with me. If you don't make offer to people, they are not going to even know that there's something more. I am sure that a lot of those people that went on that call with a client, they may have been interested in working with her, but they didn't know what else was on offer because my clients never told her. And so, do you see how it's so easy to get discouraged and say, I have done 20, 30, 40 discovery calls and no one is saying yes, I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, I don't know what it takes, and I'm gonna quit. Versus actually analyzing the process and say what didn't work. When you have an objective relationship with results, you can just look at the process, you can look at the actions, you can look at what you did without feeling attached, without feeling like There's anything wrong with you because there's nothing wrong with you. You just did a process that didn't give you the results that you want. So it's not you, it's the process. And the process can be changed and the process can be tweaked. And so the other piece to this is the reason why my client was not making offers on the call. Like she generally thought that if I provide all this value, people are going to ask me to work with me, which they don't. I am a huge believer that you get to provide massive, massive value to people. And that's part of why I'm doing these lives. And there have been times when I too on Discovery calls have given some tips, some advice, because sometimes my program isn't always the best fit for everyone. And so if I can recommend something else, I can give you some tips to solve a problem on the spot, then I'll do that. I'm all about providing massive value. And you still get to sell. If you want a business, a successful business, if you want clients, if you want more money, you still get to sell. And so why was my client not doing that? Because he was uncomfortable. So that's what I was telling you about. The reason why your strategy isn't working is because you are not doing the one thing that makes you uncomfortable. Because helping someone feels nice to go on the call and ask people questions and identify what the problem is and giving solutions. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good about yourself. But actually having a conversation with someone about, hey, can we work together? Do you want to work with me? Making them an offer, actually selling to someone and helping that person overcome objections. Because people have all sorts of fear, right? They don't have the money, they don't have the time, they maybe the partner is against it. So for you to actually say to someone and helping them overcome these objections and say, hey, can we talk about how you can find the money? Can we talk about how you can find the time? Actually challenge the person on why they believe they can't when actually most of the time they actually can. That is uncomfortable. That is the thing that people don't want to do. And so again, first you make a declaration, and then when you don't hit your goals, you look at the strategy and what didn't work, and you look at what is the one thing that you haven't been willing to do up until now, that thing that has scared you up until now. And when you tweak your approach and include that thing, okay, it can be selling discovery course, it can be going live, it can be doing webinars, whatever it is. But when you start doing this, when you tweak your approach and you start doing the thing that makes you uncomfortable, that's where the gold is. That's where the magic is. And that's what successful entrepreneurs do. If they have a strategy and the strategy is not working, the strategy is not giving them the results they want, they don't get attached to that strategy. They are willing to tweak their approach as many times as it takes for them to get it right. And very often it's way more common than you think when you start your business and you're learning how to sell, to go through 30, 40, 50 no's in a row. It's more common than you think to have one launch after the other where no one's buy or 2 or 3 people's buy. And that's how you get to those launches. There are 6 figures and 20 people, 30, 20 people's buy. But you need to be willing to go through that process. And so you need to start seeing failure as feedback and to see failure as objective. It's not about you as a person. It's not about your talent. It's not about how good you are. It's about having an objective relationship with the failure, with those results, and saying, okay, what I've done up until now is not working. What do I get to tweak so that I can get the results that you want? And when you do this, your business is going to transform. And it may take if you get help from a coach, a strategy, can be me, can be someone else, but when you get help from someone that has been there and has done that, you can fast track the process because there is always a process of trial and error. Even when you work with a coach that has achieved a massive result, that you have a 7-figure, 8-figure business, the strategy may not work for you. I have worked with coaches that had an 8-figure business and they gave me their blueprint and it did not work for me and I had to tweak my approach. So whether you do it on your own or you do it with a coach, you have to be prepared to tweak your approach and to get small results at the beginning until you find the magic formula that works. But when you work with a coach, you can speed up the process because a coach can give you different strategies. It can give you feedback on what's not working. It can look at it looks because they are more experienced than you, so they can look at what you are doing, they can role play with you, and they can identify where the problem is much faster. And also, most importantly, they can identify your subconscious success blocks. Because when I do this process with my clients and we look at what didn't work, then guess what? People don't want to change. And most people don't want to tweak their approach because it is uncomfortable. When they find out that the missing piece is start selling a discovery course or go live or have a workshop or whatever it is, people don't want to do it. People just want to publish posts on Instagram and Facebook and get clients come through the doors. And that's not how it works anymore. The days on building that will come is long gone. And so for you to get the results you want, you need to go to the next level and do the thing that scares you. And so if you know that this is the way that you need, and if you know that you also need the someone that gives you feedback and someone that holds accountable, then I invite you to join my program, the Leadership Advantage. It is a proven system to reach your goals in 90 days. And we do this, first of all, by identifying those subconscious blocks of success that stop you from actually doing the things that work, that stop you from going live, that stop you from doing public speaking gigs, that stop you from selling. So you get to overcome again the fear of failure, you get to overcome the fear of visibility, you get to overcome the fear of like making a mistake, criticism, judgment, whatever it is that is true for you, whatever it is that is stopping you from tweaking your strategy and finally get the results, you are going to finally break through all of that and start taking aligned action towards your vision. And we do this through a mix of mindset, practical mindset strategies, because most of the mindset work that you see online is very surface level. It's affirmations, visualizations about your beliefs. And take it from someone that's been doing this work for like more than a decade, that alone doesn't work. You need to put the mindset work in place and doing the thing that's scary. Because the only way to rewire your mindset is by actually taking action and showing to your brain that you're not gonna die if you start taking action and doing the thing that scares you, that there's actually nothing so scary about what you're going to do. And so that's why my program is very practical. You get practical mindset strategies to even unfreeze you on the spot, because sometimes you are like so fired up, and the second you're there to start pressing the live button, you freeze. So I have tools for it as well. I have tools to unfreeze you when the fear and the nerves overpower you. And also there is a lot of accountability because you're gonna do this work in a safe space. You're gonna start practicing this muscle, this uncountable muscle, in a safe space where no one is going to judge you, so you can rewire your mindset and be the powerful leader that your business needs. The powerful leader that can go live on Instagram, the powerful leader that can do public speaking gigs, the powerful leader that can sell without feeling icky. So if you're ready to do this work, click on the link below to join the Leadership Advantage. And the first, since it's like we are in Black Friday mode, the first 10 people that join the program get 50% off. And this is like unheard of, because if you know me, you know that I don't do price cuts. I don't do discounts, but since it's Black Friday, and I was like, you know what the hell, just be in service mode, just serve these people. I really want you. I know it's possible for you to reach your goals in 90 days. You can overcome whatever it is holding you back faster than you think is possible, and like without feeling icky. I know that when you start doing this work, you can create miracles in your life. You can learn a gym right now. And someone's like, you know what? Just give them that code. The code is leader. 50% of it code leader. So go and join the Leadership Advantage so you can start making your goals a reality today. Love you and see you soon. Bye.